knows. I know. Yeah. Yeah, I know. You're tired. You're tired. I know you're tired. Yay. Hey. You don't have to put your head like that. Yeah. You don't have to put your head in Mommy's chest. Yeah. You don't have to. You don't have to do that. I know. Hey. But if you are going to do it, can you do it on this? Yeah. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. She's fighting this nap real hard. We are fighting this nap real hard, huh? Hey. Yeah. Sweet girl. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Lauren. Hadn't told me. I could never have figured that out on my own. Yeah. We have somebody who is a grumpy gills for the moment, just wiggly wiggles, but that's okay. That's okay. I wasn't here Saturday, we missed. Oh, we missed you too, Naisa. We missed you too. Hey, Jen. Did you have a fun birthday celebration? I hope so. My first Mother's Day was phenomenal, Jamie. Thank you for asking. Someone is a wiggle worm, wiggle worm, wiggle worm. Someone is a wiggle worm and it's some here. It was a great celebration. Excellent. No grumpy. She is too adorable to grumpy. What are these new shapes when you hit her? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I'm just seeing that for the first time. That's very interesting. What are those? What is going on there? Do you see that? Huh. Oh my God, Jamie, I felt like such a dum-dum. I don't know what I was doing wrong. He was like, when we got off, you guys, when we finished filming that video of me trying to light up the shadow box, my husband looked at me and he was like, were you faking it? And I was like, no. And he was like, you really don't know how to work this? Oh, honey. He thought I was kidding. Like, he thought I was trying to be funny for the camera. I wasn't. That was 100% real and serious. I know. You are so upset. Why? Baby. You're wiggling your way out of your raft. I was trying my very best. And he really thought that I was kidding. I know, her grumpy nose is the cutest. Okay. Do we need to retighten you? Because you have wiggle. Wiggle. Can you not suffocate yourself, please? There we go. That's better. No suffocating. Just rest your head sideways, baby. I know. I'm big now. Good morning, Cindy. How are you feeling? That's better. Oh, yeah, now you can breathe. Breathing is so good. Were you just not tight enough and you didn't like that you felt insecure? Yeah, I understand. Now you can nap now that you're secure. When when you wiggle, it gets unsecure. Yeah. Yeah. My wiggle worm. My little wiggle worm. He put so much thought into it. I wish I could show you guys all of it. There's too much baby face in all of it. But, I mean, it's phenomenal. The whole thing is phenomenal. There's photos of her all over the house now, the, like, professional ones that Jenna took. And, you know, we have a whole album now of her whole life so far. What is this sound? You've eaten, you had a diaper change, you're fine. What could it be? You're playing, could you maybe make a sticky note of hers? Oh yeah, maybe I could just put a sticky note over her face. Yeah, there's a couple of, yeah. There's a couple ones that I would love to show you guys. I'll have to do that. It's so sweet. Oh, you don't have to be sorry, Isabella. Isabella, you never have to apologize for what you're doing while you're listening. I think you should just enjoy it in any way. Could you be hungry again? I mean, she literally ate 7 minutes ago, so it would be wild if she was hungry again, since she ate for 20 minutes 7 minutes ago. That's usually enough to sustain her for at least an hour, if not more. Yeah. It would be wild. It would be a wild amount of hunger. Yeah, she just needs a hug. She's also rubbing her face on my shoulder, probably because she started to teethe, and it's probably just like, you know, she's doing this because there's pain here that she doesn't understand, you know, which I get. I totally get it. Yeah, do dishes while you're listening, do whatever, multitask. Do whatever makes you happy while you're listening. But yeah, because she's starting to teethe, I think she doesn't understand a lot of the pain she's dealing with, and so she just, yeah, it's soothing her in some way. Yeah, my angel. 10 teeth at once. Oh my God, poor thing. It's so hard. It's so hard because there's nothing you can do. Yeah, work well book club. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can tell them because they don't understand why they're hurting. You know what I mean? Comfort, nursing, and snuggles. Yes, 100% all that. I'm working and listening. Yeah, I think a lot of people do that. I think most people who are on the East Coast work while they listen. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure a lot of them do. Because, like, you know, it's the middle of the day for you guys. Oh, it would break my heart too, Jamie. Coffee doesn't, though. I know. Can you imagine for kids? You're stuck at home, Roxy. Ooh. West Coast work and listen. Yeah, that too. I mean, I don't work and listen, but I work and talk to you guys because this is my job. Part of it. Okay, I'm going to try to show you guys some of this, but like cover up her face. Hold on one second. Let me see how I can turn this around. Flip camera. Okay. So like, this is a framed photo, a photo he got framed of her from the thing, right? And then here's another one, you know? And then I'll put my little thumb over her little face. This is a photo he got framed of her. They're so precious. They are so precious. Okay, now it's me again. Hello. She is adorable. Can't do audiobooks, so I just check in and say hi. Yeah, no, that's totally fine. Some people can't handle them, you know. Can you guys see how screwed up my face is? You guys see that? I had an allergic reaction over the weekend. That's why my face is swollen over here. Yeah, it's not great. Her hair is getting fuller again, thank goodness. Yeah, auditory processing is totally normal. That's why, I think that's why Mina doesn't do it too. Hey, Avery. Okay, no suffocating though. You gotta have air. You gotta breathe. That's the whole thing. You gotta breathe. I did. It was from jumbo shrimp. This is the second time it's happened in my life, and I didn't know that I was allergic to it. It's happened one other time, and the only common denominator is jumbo shrimp, so it has to be it, and it happens the same way. Karen, who just entered the room, I think I didn't know Karen yet the last time this happened to me, but it happened on both sides last time, where I look like a chipmunk. You guys see how it's swollen here? It's really awful. It hurts really bad. I don't know why it's only on one side, but it's like all in my sinuses. And I don't know what to do, but I've been putting like herbal like poultices and stuff on it to try to like draw whatever it is out, because I can't take medication because I'm breastfeeding. But I'm trying to like get it to go away. The last time I can't take Benadryl because I'm breastfeeding, because they say it could dry up your supply, and I'm definitely not going to risk that. I'd rather suffer than not be able to feed her. But the last time this happened to me, you guys want to know how funny this is? The book club related. The last time this happened was when Meg Cabot released the 10th Princess Diaries, and she came to New York to do a signing, and I went to the signing, and my face was like completely, well, it's not itchy or anything though, Cass. It's just like swollen and painful. Like it hurts right here. Ugh, it's like in my gums because of how much it hurts. Yeah, definitely no shellfish. That's what my mom said too, Mel. She was like, it gets worse every time. And so last time it was on both sides, and it didn't hurt this much. I do need to try a sinus rinse. That's a really good idea, Lauren. I should do that. A sinus rinse is probably a good idea because I can feel it here, like in my sinus cavity. And so you know how when there's something in your sinus cavity, it can like hurt your, like the top of your gums right here because they're connected. So it puffed up both sides, and I went to the signing of this book from Meg Cabot, and she saw that I had the original first edition of her first book, and she was like, oh my God, can we take a picture together with this for my website? And I was like, I really can't be in a picture right now because I like had this puffy face. So if you go to Meg Cabot's website, even now, there's a picture of her holding my book on the website without me because I just had this horrible, disgusting face. It was worse than this even. It didn't hurt as much as this, but it was puffier because it was on both sides. Like this side is normal. Like I can touch this. This doesn't hurt at all. Calamine is good for allergic reactions. Oh, really? Even if it's not itchy or whatever? I didn't know that. I'll try that. I've been trying like turmeric or whatever and stuff like that. But you can hear this side is all stuffed. Like that's normal. That's not normal. You know, it's all like weird just on this side of my whole face. Like I can feel it all in my sinus cavity here and here on like my lip and whatever is all swollen. I hate it. It's really awful. Ice packs. Oh, I should try that. I've been doing heat because I thought maybe it would drain whatever is in there. Awful. Awful. Allergic reactions are no joke, you guys. Don't do it. Yeah, brief ice packs. I'll have to try that. It's not cute. I'm going to tell you, I don't like it. And I hate that, like, I was really hoping it would go away in time for Mother's Day pictures, but in Mother's Day pictures, I look like a freaking weirdo that had a stroke or something because half of my face doesn't work. And I was like, man, it's my first Mother's Day. I really didn't want to look like a stroke victim, but, you know, ice will help for the swelling. Okay, good. Alternating heat and cold might draw it out. That's a good idea. Okay, see? This is why I talk to you guys, because I don't know this stuff. I'm going to try that. I'm going to do alternating heat and cold today and see if it'll take the swelling down. I just want to drain whatever is in my nose right here. My face swells if no allergy is taken in the sun. Oh. Yeah. It's like right here, I can feel it. You know, it does happen, Brittany. It's okay. Like, in the end, it's not that big of a deal, and we'll look back and we'll laugh at it. But I was like, you know, kind of wanted to be cute on my first Mother's Day. I can't tell until you're up close. Oh no, I can see it in the pictures. Some pictures. I was able to block it in some pictures, but it's like wild how like it hurts right here. Just wondering since she might be allergic also. Oh yeah, she might be allergic too. Oh, good point. Yeah. Here's my good side. That's right. Here's my good side. But it's funny because you can see when I turn to the side how swollen my lip is right here. Hot showers and breathing in hot steam can help. Yeah, that too. I'm gonna make like tea and stuff today to like put on it because you can sometimes put tea on it and stuff. Heat and cold, calamine or aloe. I do have aloe. Yeah, I don't have calamine, but I could buy it. Sorry, I know the medical stuff, not home remedies. Yeah, no, that's totally normal. I mean, I wouldn't expect anyone to. Do you have any of those face rollers that go in the freezer? No, but I do have a like a headache mask I got for Secret Husband that's in the freezer. Does plantain grow out there? Crush it up like they did for pita. Oh. I don't, I'm sure we could get plantain. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try all this stuff. Definitely gonna try it all today. We are sleepy girl. Sleepy girl. Okay. All right, so we are on chapter, I say sleepy girl and immediately you pick up your head. Get comfy. Buckle in, kid, we're just starting. Yeah. Okay. I will be your, hey, look, a beautiful realization. Oh, there's this. Yes, exactly. You want out, or are you just getting comfy? Lymphatic drain massage. I need that big time, apparently, because it's like gross right now. Yes, this is definitely my baby. Yes, we can get a mini recap, but she wants out of here. So let's get a little out first, and then we'll get a recap. So, you know, Katniss was pew-pewed, and then she has been dealing with that, and then they think that they kind of reconfigured Peeta's hijacked brain back a little bit, but he was still rude to her. She does have cooling teethers. I bet I could use one of those. I have those in the freezer for her. So they are trying to like hijack his brain back from the Capitol, but it like only partially worked because when she went to talk to him, he was still pretty rude to her. And then, you know, basically the end of the last chapter was her like leaving after going to visit Peeta, and she was saying the reason that she hates him now is because he has been able, now he's able to see her for who she really is, which he couldn't before, and what she calls him, or what she calls herself that he could see was violent, distrustful, manipulative, and deadly, is what, whoa, popped up, hey. Did you guys see that? She's just like, oh. So now we're gonna see what she's gonna do, because she basically, since she can't have Peeta anymore and he doesn't care for her, she's basically just gonna like go to fight, I guess is what she's kind of saying. But like, I don't think they're gonna let her. I don't know, I can't remember, I'm not gonna lie. It's been so long. I know, head control, right? It's been so long since I've read it, I'm not 100% sure, but we're gonna find out together, because I cannot remember. Hey, what's going on here? Just hang out. You can put your head down. You don't have to do that. Yeah. Okay. Just put your head down, baby girl. Blindsided. That's how I feel when Hamish tells me, oh sorry, chapter 17, 233. Cancel wedges. Yeah. Okay. Put your head down, honey. Put your head down, baby girl. Okay, you can sleep, it's okay. Chapter 17, blindsided. That's how I feel when Hamish tells me in the hospital. I fly down the steps to command, racing a mile a minute and bursting into the war meeting. What do you mean I'm not going to the Capitol? I have to go to the Capitol. I'm the Mockingjay, I say. Coin barely looks up from her screen. And as the Mockingjay, your primary goal of unifying the districts against the Capitol has been achieved. Don't worry, if it all goes well, we'll fly you in for their surrender. The surrender? That'll be too late. I'll miss all the fighting. You need me. I'm the best shot you've got, I shout. I don't usually brag about this, but it's got to be at least close to true. Gail's going. Gail has shown up for every training unless occupied with other duties. We feel confident that he could manage himself in the field, says Coin. How many training sessions do you estimate that you've attended? None. That's how many. Well, sometimes I was hunting and I trained with Beatty down in special weaponry. It's not the same, Katniss, says Boggs. We all know that you're smart and brave and a good shot, but we need soldiers in the field, and you don't know the first thing about executing orders, and you're not exactly at physical peak. You want to go on your bouncer? Is that what you want? You want out? Yeah. You want out? Wee. 1, 2. Ah-boo. Oh, yeah. Happy girl. Oh, big yawn. Okay. Big yawn. Big yawn. I feel like she yawns like a baby bird.
That didn't bother you when I was in 8, or 2 for that matter, I countered. You were originally authorized for combat in either... You weren't originally authorized for combat in any other case. I didn't take... Oh, from my histamines, not antihistamines. Oh. That's a good point. I didn't even think of that. Wow. That sucks. Oh. Here I am not taking any medicine because I didn't want to hurt her, but maybe the reaction is hurting her in general. Could it be my wiggle worm? Could that be it? Yeah. You weren't originally authorized for combat in either case, says Plutarch, shooting me a look that signals I'm about to reveal too much. Yeah, Al, someone has... Yeah, Jen, I do have frozen milk that I can use for that. That's a good idea. No, the bomber battle in 8 and my intervention in 2 were spontaneous, rash, and definitely unauthorized. And both resulted in your injury, Boggs reminds me, and suddenly I see myself through his eyes. A small-ish 17-year-old girl who can't quite breathe since her ribs haven't fully healed. Disheveled, undisciplined, recuperating. Not a soldier, but someone who needs to be looked after. But I have to go, I say. Why? Asks Coin, and I can't very well say that I can carry out my own personal vendetta against Snow, or that the idea of remaining here in 13 with the latest version of PETA while Gale goes off to fight is unbearable, but I have no shortage of reasons to want to fight the Capitol. Well, because of 12, and because they destroyed my district. The president thinks about this for a moment, considers me. Well, you have 3 weeks. It's not long, but you can begin training. If the assessment board deems you fit, then possibly your case will be reviewed. That's it. That's the most that I can hope for. I guess it's my own fault. I did blow off my schedule every single day unless something suited me. It didn't seem like much of a priority, jogging around the field with a gun with so many other things going on, and now I'm paying for my negligence. Back in the hospital, I find Joanna in the same circumstance, spitting mad. I tell her about what Coin said. Maybe you can train too. Fine, I'll train. But I'm going to the stinking Capitol if I have to end the crew and fly there myself, says Joanna. Probably best not to bring that up in training, I say, but it's nice to know that I'll have a ride. Joanna grins, and I feel a slight but significant shift in our relationship. I don't know that we're actually friends, but possibly the word allies would be accurate. That's good. I'm going to need an ally. And the next morning, when we report for training at 7:30, reality slaps me in the face. We've been funneled into a class of relative beginners, 14 or 15 years old, which seems a little insulting until it's obvious they're in far better condition than we are. Gale and the other people already chosen to go to the Capitol are in different, accelerated phases of training. After we stretch, which hurts, there's a couple of hours of strengthening exercises, which hurt. A 5-mile run, which kills me. Even with Joanna's motivational insults driving me on, I have to drop out of the run after about a mile. It's my ribs, I explained to the trainer, a no-nonsense middle-aged woman that we're supposed to address as Soldier York. They're still bruised. Well, I'll tell you, Soldier Everdeen, those are going to take at least another month to heal up on their own, she says. I shake my head. No, I don't have a month. Bless you. She looks me up and down. The doctors haven't offered you any treatment? Is there a treatment? I ask. They said that they had to mend naturally. That's what they say, but they could speed up the process if I recommend it. I warn you, though, it isn't any fun, she tells me. Please, I've got to get to the Capitol, I say. Soldier York doesn't question this. She scribbles something on a pad and sends me directly back to the hospital. I hesitate. I don't want to miss any more training. I'll be back for the afternoon session, I promise, and she purses her lips. 24 needles jab into my rib cage later, and I'm flattened out on my hospital bed, gritting my teeth to keep from begging them to bring me back the morphling drip. It's been by my bed so that I can take a hit as needed, but I haven't used it lately. I just kept it there for Joanna's sake. Today they tested my blood to make sure it was clean of the painkiller, as the mixture of the 2 drugs, the morphling and the whatever they set my ribs on fire with, has a dangerous side effect. They made it clear that I would have a difficult couple of days, but I told them to go ahead anyway. It's a bad night in our room. Sleep is out of the question. I think that I can actually smell the ring of flesh around my chest burning, and Joanna is fighting off withdrawal symptoms. Early on, when I apologize for cutting off her morphling supply, she waves it off, saying that it had to happen anyway. But by 3 in the morning, I'm the target of every bit of colorful profanity District 7 has to offer. At dawn, she drags me out of bed, determined to get to training. I don't think I can do it, I confess. You can do it. We both can. We're victors, remember? We're the ones who can survive anything that they throw at us, she snarls at me. She's a sick greenish color, shaking like a leaf. I get dressed. We must be the victors who make it through the morning. We must be victors to make it through the morning. I think I'm going to lose Joanna when I realize it's pouring outside. Her face turns ashen and she seems to have ceased breathing. It's just water. It won't kill us, I say. And she clenches her jaw and stomps out into the mud. Rain drenches us as we work our bodies and then slog across the running course. I bail after a mile again, and I have to resist the temptation to take off my shirt so that the cold water can sizzle off of my ribs. I force down my field lunch of soggy fish and beet stew. Joanna gets halfway through her bowl before it comes back up. In the afternoon, we learn to assemble our guns. I manage it, but Joanna can't handle hers steadily enough to put the parts together. When York's back is turned, I help her out. Bless you. Even though the rain continues, the afternoon is an improvement because we're on the shooting range, and at least that's something I'm good at. It takes some time to adjust from a bow to a gun, but at the end of the day, I've got the best score in my class. We're just sitting inside the hospital doors when Joanna declares, "This has to stop. Us living in the hospital, everyone viewing us as patients. It's not a problem for me. I can move into our family's compartment, but Joanna was never assigned one. When she tries to get discharged from the hospital, they won't agree to let her live alone, even if she comes in for daily talks with the head doctors. I think they may have put 2 and 2 together about the morphling, and this only adds to their view that she's unstable. She won't be alone. I'm going to room with her," I announce. There's some dissent, but Hamish takes our part, and by bedtime, we have a compartment across from Prim and my mother, who agrees to keep an eye on us. After I take a shower, Joanna wipes herself down with a damp cloth, and she makes a cursory inspection of the place. When she opens the drawer that holds my few possessions, she shuts it quickly. Sorry. I think about how there's nothing in Joanna's drawer but her government-issued clothes, that she doesn't have one thing in the world that she can call her own. It's okay. You can look at my stuff if you want. Joanna unlatches my locket, studying the pictures of Gail, Prim, and my mother, and then she opens the silver parachute and pulls out the spile and slips it onto her pinky. Makes me thirsty just looking at it. And then she finds the pearl that Peeta gave me. Is this? Yeah, I say. Made it through somehow. I don't want to talk about Peeta, though. One of the best things about training is that it keeps me from thinking of him. Hamish says he's getting better, she says. Maybe, but he's changed, I say. Yeah, so have you, so have I, and Finnick, and Hamish, and Beatty. Don't get me started on Annie Cresta. The arena messed us all up pretty good, don't you think? Or do you still feel like that girl who volunteered for your sister? She asks me. No, I answer. And that's one thing that I think my head doctor might be right about. There's no going back, so we might as well get on with things. She neatly turns my keepsakes to the drawer. She neatly returns my keepsakes to the drawer and climbs into the bed across from me just as the lights go out. You're not afraid I'll kill you tonight? Like I couldn't take you, I answer, and then we laugh, Since both of our bodies are so wrecked, it will be a miracle if we can even get up the next day. But we do. Each morning we do. And by the end of the week, my ribs feel almost like new, and Joanna can assemble a rifle without help. Soldier York gives us a pair of approving nods as we knock off for the day. Fine job, soldiers. And when we move out of hearing, Joanna mutters, I think winning the games was easier than this. But the look on her face says that she's pleased. In fact, we're almost in good spirits when we go to the dining hall where Gail is waiting to eat with me. Receiving a giant serving of beef stew doesn't hurt the mood either. First shipment of food arrived this morning, Greasy Say tells me. That's real beef from District 10, not any of your wild dog. Does Baby also? Yes, Grayson, you have that also. I also have that, Grayson. Photic sneeze reflex, we both have that. Yeah, both myself, Baby, and Mabel has it also. Oh, I didn't know that. I have it also. Yeah, it's wild. Mine's really bad. Mine's worse than hers is. But maybe that's just because like the sun is on me more. I don't know. Hi, Auntie Grayson is here. She says hi. Oh, did you hear that? She said Grayson. Well, that was good. Grayson. Yeah, Grayson. Yeah, you love her, huh? Yeah. You're smiling about it. You want to say hi, Auntie Grayson? Yeah, she's smiling about it. Yeah. Oh, she did say Grayson. I know, you heard that, right? She went, Grayson. She can't talk, I know that, but she's a good sound mimic, so it always sounds like she's saying things because she like, you know, copies sounds. I know she's not actually talking, but like, she is making sounds, right? Right? Yep, that's how speech starts. We're reading Mockingjay right now. Sorry, I stopped for a second. Let me take a sip of coffee and we can continue, right? I don't remember you turning that down, Gail tosses back, and we join a group that includes Deli, Annie, and Finnick. It's something to see Finnick's transformation since his marriage. His earlier incarnations, the decadent capital heartthrob that I met before the quell, the enigmatic ally in the arena, the broken young man who tried to help me hold it together, these have all been replaced by someone who radiates life now. Thank you, Al. Finnick's real charm of self-effacing humor and easygoing nature are on display for the first time. He never lets go of Annie's hand. Not when they walk, not when they eat. I doubt he ever plans to. She's lost in some sort of daze of happiness, and there are still moments when you can tell something slips in her brain and another world binds her to us. Yeah. But a few words from Finnick have called blind her to us. Sorry, not bind her, blind her to us. But a few words from Finnick call her back. Deli, who I've known since I was little but never gave much thought to, has grown in my estimation. She was told what Peta said that night to me after the wedding, but she's not a gossip. Hamish says she's the best defender that I have when Peta goes off on some tear about me, always taking my side, blaming his negative perceptions on the capital's torture. She has more influence on him than any of the others do because he really does know her. Anyway, if she's sugarcoating my good points, I appreciate it. Frankly, I could use a little sugarcoating. I'm starving, and the stew is so delicious. Beef, potatoes, turnips, onions, all in a thick gravy that I have to force myself to slow down while eating it. All around the dining hall, you can feel the rejuvenating effect that a good meal can bring on, the way that it can make people kinder, funnier, more optimistic, and remind them that it's not a mistake to go on living. It's better than medicine. So I try to make it last and join the conversation. I sop up the gravy on my bread and I nibble on it as I listen to Finnick telling some ridiculous story about a sea turtle swimming off with his hat. I laugh before I realize that he's standing there, directly across the table, behind the empty seat next to Joanna, watching me, and I choke momentarily as the gravy bread sticks in my throat. Peta, says Deli, it's so nice to see you, out and about. Two large guards stand behind him. He holds his tray awkwardly and balances on his fingers since his wrists are shackled with a short chain between them. What's with the fancy bracelets? Asks Joanna. Apparently I'm not trustworthy yet, says Peta. I can't sit here without your permission. He indicates the guards with his head. Yeah, sure, he can sit here. We're old friends, says Joanna, patting the space beside her. The guards nod and Peta takes a seat. Peta and I had adjoining cells in the Capitol. We're very familiar with each other's screams. Annie, who's on Joanna's other side, does that thing where she covers her ears and she exits reality. Finnick shoots Joanna an angry look as his arm encircles Annie. What? My head doctor says I'm not supposed to censor my thoughts. It's part of my therapy, says Joanna. The life has gone out of our little party now. Finnick murmurs things to Annie until she slowly removes her hands from her ears, and then there's a long silence while people pretend to eat. Annie, Deli says brightly, did you know it was Peta who decorated your wedding cake? Back home, his family ran the bakery, and he did all the icing. Annie cautiously looks across at Joanna. Thank you, Peta. It was beautiful. My pleasure, Annie, Peta says, and I hear that old note of gentleness in his voice that I thought was gone forever. Not that it's directed at me, but still. All right, well, if we're going to fit in that walk, we better go, Finnick tells her, and he arranges both of their trays so he can carry them in one hand while holding her tightly with the other. Good to see you, Peta. You be nice to her, Finnick, or I might try to take her away from you. It could be a joke. if the tone wasn't so cold. Everything it conveys is wrong. The open distrust of Finnick, the implication that Peeta has his eye on Annie, that Annie could desert Finnick at all. I don't think that even exists. Oh, Peeta, says Finnick lightly, don't make me sorry that I restarted your heart. And he leads Annie away after giving me a concerned glance. And when they're gone, Deli says in a reproachful voice, he did save your life, Peeta, more than once. For her, he gives a brief nod in my direction. For the rebellion, not for me. I don't know him anything. I shouldn't rise to the bait, but I do. Maybe not, but Mags is dead, and you're still here, and that should count for something. Yeah, a lot of things should count for something that don't seem to, Katniss. I've got some memories that I can't make sense of, and I don't think the Capitol touched those. A lot of nights on the train, for instance, he says. And again, the implications that more happened on the train than did, that what happened those nights that I kept my sanity alive because his arms were around me no longer matter. Everything is a lie. Everything a way of misusing him. Peeta makes a little gesture with his spoon, connecting me and Gale. So, are you two officially a couple now, or are they still dragging out this star-crossed lovers thing? Still dragging, says Joanna. Spasms cause Peeta's hand to tighten into fists, and then they splay out in a bizarre fashion. Is it all he can do from putting them around my neck? I can feel the tension in Gale's muscles next to me, fear and altercation, but Gale simply says, I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it myself. Oh yeah? What's that? Asks Peeta. You, Gale answers. You'll have to be a little more specific, says Peeta. What about me? They've replaced you with some evil mutt version of yourself, says Joanna, and Gale finishes his milk. You done? He asks me, and I rise, and we cross to drop off our trays, and at the door, an old man stops me. Yeah, because I'm still clutching the rest of my gravy bread in my hand. Something in my expression, or maybe the fact that I made no attempt to conceal it, makes him go easy on me. Yeah. He lets me stuff the bread into my mouth and move on. Gale and I are almost to my compartment when he speaks again. I didn't expect that. I told you he hated me, I say. The way that he hates you, though, it's so familiar. I used to feel like that, he admits, when I would watch you kiss him on the screen, only I knew that I wasn't being entirely fair. He can't see that. We reach my door. Yeah, maybe he just sees me as I really am. I have to get some sleep. Gale catches my arm before I can disappear. So that's what you're thinking? I shrug. Katniss, as your oldest friend, believe me when I say that he's not seeing you as you really are. He kisses my cheek and he goes. I sit on my bed trying to stuff information from my military tactics book into my head while memories of my nights with Peeta on the train distract me. I know. After about 20 minutes, yeah, Joanna comes in and she throws herself across the foot of my bed. You missed the best part. Deli lost her temper at Peeta over how he treated you. She got very squeaky. It was like someone stabbing a mouse with a fork repeatedly. The whole dining hall was riveted about it. What did Peeta do? I know. Well, he started arguing with himself like he was two people. The guards had to take him away. On the good side, no one seemed to notice that I finished his stew. Joanna rubs her hands over her protruding belly. I know. I look at the layer of grime under her fingernails and I wonder if the people in 7 ever bathe. We spent a couple of hours quizzing each other on military terms, and I visit my mother in Prim for a while. And when I'm back in my compartment, showered and staring into the darkness, I finally ask Joanna, could you really... Hi. Hi, you want attention, huh? You do have a lot to say, huh? Yeah. Okay. Joanna, could you really hear him screaming? Bless you. Yeah. Well, that was part of it, she says. Like the Jabberjays in the arena, only it was real. And it didn't stop after an hour. Tick-tock, she says. Yeah, tick-tock, I whisper back. Roses, wolf mutts, tributes, frosted dolphins, friends, Mockingjay, stylist, me. Everything screams in my dreams tonight. You want to come out of there and play? Do you want to come out? You want to be over here while we read? Is that what's going on? You have something to say? You do, huh? What do you want to say? You want to say hi? Hi? Hello? Hello? You want to say hi, book club? Hi, book club. Tell us everything. Hello? You look like you want to stay right where you are. You don't look like you want to come out. You sound like you want to come out, but you look content. You're bouncing your little feeties in your bouncer. Good, yeah. What else? Tell us more. Go ahead. Hi. Do you want a toy? You want this one? Oh, go ahead. You can have this. You can have this. Here you go. You can hold it. I know you can hold things now. Go ahead. Yeah. So I bought her these things called squid socks, and I got them because apparently they're supposed to be socks that can't come off. Oh, you know what, Elle? I have a whole playlist full of recipes. I would start with butter slime. And there's, I have a slime guide on my website, but I also have videos both here and on YouTube that you can follow for instructions on that. And if it's your first time doing it, I would start with butter slime personally. I think that's the easiest one. There's very little margin of error, I guess, because even if you make like a kind of like not so good base, you can save it by adding clay. You know what I mean? So that's why I would suggest that as a starting point. There's other ones, but that's where I would go. That's what I usually do for birthday parties. If I'm doing birthday parties, I usually do butter slime for kids. And it's what I would do if I was hosting. It's also what I did when I hosted, like, I worked at a college for a little while, like I did a thing for, the ratios are the most forgiving, exactly, yeah. When I did an event at like a college's like mental health week or whatever, and we did butter slime for that as well with all the college students. Is anyone having issues keeping baby socks on? I recommend sock-ons. Oh, I am having issues. So that's why I bought these. I bought these squid socks because she kicks off all her socks, right? And I want her to have them for like when we go out and it's chilly. Yeah. And the squid socks are advertised as like, they'll stay on no matter what. And I've got them on her right now and she's dangerously close to kicking them off. You're dangerously close to kicking them off. Tell me more. Do you have any more you want to say before we do the next chapter? You love that toy, huh? You love your crinkles? Is that so nice? Sock Houdini, she really is. She is a sock Houdini, this kid. A sock Houdini. Okay, should we keep going? What do you think? Should we read chapter 18? My son just pulls them off. She can't reach to pull them off yet. Because she's only 3 months. She is a Southern California girl, no socks. I know. The problem, this is the thing though, like I don't want to wear socks either, and I don't want her to have to wear socks, but also she's so pale, you guys. She's so white. I'm afraid that when she kicks off like her blankets that are on her like stroller or whatever, when she kicks those off, I'm afraid her little feetsies are gonna get sunburned, you know? Because she's so white. You're like translucent. She's like a sheet of paper. Putting my skin next to hers is almost embarrassing. Yeah, you're very white. You get it from daddy. You didn't get any of my pigment. You'd never know that you're a baby with any kind of melanin. Yeah. Yeah. Well, most of her genetics, Isabella, are from your part of the world, so you probably have similar genetics. She gets Italian from me, and she gets Persian from me, but the rest of her is like Scottish, Irish, English. Yeah. Auntie Grace and yeah, Casper and Sebastian. That's exactly right. Yeah. I'm just a baby. She's also part German as well, Isabella. She's her other side is German, Scottish. You're Sicilian and your husband is Sicilian and Persian. That's so close to what I am. Oh my gosh, Jamie, do we look alike? Basically, Isabella, or at least cousins. Does your husband look like me? I know one other person who's Italian and Persian, and she looks just like me. Like, really close. Yeah. Yeah. It took Caddy until my coloring showed up. My kid. Yeah, genetics are wild. Yeah, and she's your youngest, so that's a long time. Is it Elton? Wait, who's Elton? Very similar. Yeah, Jamie, if he's comfortable, you should share a picture. Is there a slime live tonight? I don't know. There might be, but I think there's definitely one tomorrow. I'm pretty sure. Oh, Ellen. No, it's not Ellen, actually. Ellen is just Italian and something else, but not Persian. It's my friend Dara, actually. She has an account on her as well. She lives in Italy, and she has an account all about her life in Italy. With her husband and her kids, but she's half Italian and half Persian as well, in the same makeup as I am. Her mom is Italian and her dad is Persian, same as mine. Super interesting. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we have time to read chapter 18. I'm not sure that we do. It's kind of a long chapter. Do you want to just tell stories? And then we'll go and we're going to get, I definitely will. That's where my married last name is from. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. My married last name, as you guys can see, is very, very white. You're a TM. Oh, you have a splash of Middle Eastern too, Amanda? I thought that you had some kind of interesting bone structure to you that looked kind of like my family. What's your Middle Eastern that you have? Because obviously I'm Persian. You're so pale, Avery. So is she. I'll show you guys. Like, you guys are never gonna. Okay, since we're not gonna read the other chapter, I'll pick you up. And you want to show them how white your leggies are? You want to show them how white your leggies are? Who's my beautiful girl? Who's my beautiful girl? Are you a happy girl? Who's my happy girl? Look at this difference in tone. It's like, you're Polish, yeah. So is Anya. I know she's not here right now, but that's because she's in Poland. Look at the, I know, chunky rolls, but like, look at the like color difference. And I don't go in the sun. This is not from sun. This is just my skin tone. You know what I mean? I'm this tone, and she's another dimension of white. Scottish, Irish, and a few other things. Yeah, that's what she is basically on her other side. She's not my skin tone, not even close. Not even close. I can't even remember the last time I like went in the sun. Like, I know there's sun coming through the window, but that doesn't count. I actually found that out recently, that the windows have like a blocking, so that it doesn't, you're very pale and have auburn hair. She might. Right now it looks like she has my hair when you look at it, but like it's lightening up a little bit, but it's lighter than mine now. It didn't used to be. But she's very, very light. Yeah, you can see here, look how light she is. And she's pink undertones and I have yellow undertones, probably from the Persian side. But she might have lighter kind of auburn hair. Can you see her palm? I don't know if she'll let me turn it. She's like, she doesn't want to turn her handsies. I have translucent skin. I see. Yeah, she's translucent as well. She's, and her dad too. Her dad too. Are you translucent, baby? Are you a translucent baby? Now you're comfy, huh? You just wanted a hug from mommy. I've got Italian in me, but yeah, you would never know. So Grayson, you have an Italian shaped face because Grayson, you know what the funny thing about it is? You look like my grandfather's side of the family, like your facial structure, but you're white. You know what I mean? But like structurally you look like, I should send you a picture of my grandfather's family. Like obviously I'm not saying you look like my grandfather, he was a guy, but he was a good looking guy. But like, you know, structurally, like similar like shape and stuff like that. I don't look like any of them. But anyway, you met my Aunt Louisa. She looks like their side. Structurally. Oh, do we have any, so, what was I gonna tell you guys? I feel like I had something to tell you guys and now I've lost brain cells. I think, oh, that's what I was gonna tell you guys. I've already started mailing No Stress Express limes and, oh, you are Iranian Caucasian. That's the same as I am. Yeah, like from the Caucasus Mountains. Same, Amanda. That's amazing. She was so sweet. I can cook like an Italian. Maybe hey, you know what? That's the win. What I was going to tell you guys was restock slimes are also starting to mail today. So that's exciting, right? German, Polish for sure. Czechs for, yeah, you're German and Polish. Yeah, she's part German. She actually has a pretty significant amount of German, almost as much as her Italian and Persian, because I'm half and half. And Secret Husband is mostly German and Scottish with a little bit of Irish and English. Yeah. So yeah, restock slimes are going to start mailing today along with No Stress Express slimes. Cheek for days. Yeah, I hope she has curly hair like me. It would be kind of fun. You can do more with curly hair, I feel like. At the English side and almost all German on the other side. Yeah, that's where you got that translucent skin, you know what I'm saying? Did you guys see the thing about 23andMe? You have to delete your data because they went to bankruptcy. We had to do that. Delete our data, which sucks. Dimples too, she does. She has a dimple. Yeah. I used to have them when I was little. Right here. You added a picture to the chat. Okay, I'll check later. She loves looking out the window, Grayson. You can totally wait to semi-order with the next custom, whatever's easiest. Yeah, it'll just depend on like shipping. Sometimes I just try to get everything out just to have the shelves clear and make sure that I can count everything properly to list the next up. I didn't miss the you don't have to wait for that, Ray, because Patreon still gets a day ahead of the public. So what will happen is as soon as I fill all the pre-orders, I will count what is left, and then anyone who missed pre-order will still have a chance to get to those. Ancestry is doing well, I think, Brooklyn. And then anyone, so if anyone on here hasn't joined Patreon, even as a free member yet, the free members on Patreon also get an hour before the public. So paid Patreon members get a day before the public. The free members get 1 hour before the public, and then it goes public. So you still have time, Ray. But Ray, also, just so you know, and this goes for anyone, oh my gosh, I love Shirley Temple. This is for Ray and for anyone else who is at a tier like Roll for Slime or whatever like that. I'm going away with the baby at the beginning of June to take her to meet Secret Husband's family. So if anyone is interested in using some of their June credits towards restock stuff to help me get ahead for June, you're allowed to do that. Just message me, especially if it's someone like Ray, who I know is not going to cheat the system. If you want to say like, oh, instead of getting a Roll for Slime in June, I'll take 3 restock slimes or whatever, because that's like the monetary equivalent of it or whatever like that. I'm happy to do that if you're interested in doing that, so that you don't have to pay for it outright right now. And then I'll be a little ahead for June to take her to go meet her cousins. No one has to do that. If you have like you want a birthday Roll for Slime in June or something like that you have to have, don't cash it in. But if someone wants to cash it in, of course they can. Some people already have, actually, which is totally fine by me. It's actually very helpful to me. So yeah, I think that is the whole kit and caboodle. Those are going to the post office today. Shira is bringing me jars and charms as we speak. She just texted me she's driving here and she's going to drop them off. And then she will take some stuff to the post office for me on her way back, because the post office is on the way to where she goes. So I might be live later, but if I'm not live, it means that I am packing orders. So yeah. And I'm pretty sure I responded to your message on Mother's Day Live. Maybe we could do my idea. Yes, I'm so sorry, Jamie, that I didn't have I didn't see your message before I went live, but we can absolutely do it maybe even tomorrow. I will say hi to Shira. She loves loving the print on. I know, she loves reading this. Do you want to read all about it? You want to read all about the safety measures for how to hold you in here? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go get ready for the day, and then we will, if you see an email from me, it's probably your tracking number, because orders are going out. Yes, it was such a fun, sweet live. I'll see you guys either later today or tomorrow morning. Bye, guys.